just to kind of give you guys a little summary, right? Just going over everything that we went over today, all right? Firstly, mindset is, I mean, massive, right? Like you have to believe that you can do this, and your performance is going to be what gets you to that next level, right? But it doesn't happen just by you waking up and going playing football. This sport is no longer a rec sport, right? We know it's getting pretty serious, so therefore you have to train seriously, and prepare yourself for this moment. So if you are for real about it, that's before we talk about profiles, we talk about getting offers, film. We got to put the work in before we do anything else, right? As far as the outreach goes, right, girls, please understand that if you're thinking about just 5 schools, now you may, like those 5 schools, but 5 schools is not a lot, right? And right now they are recruiting a lot of girls. So we just want to make sure not only, do we help ourselves, but we also just want to make sure that when we look at the entire process, okay, are we giving every program a fair shot? Because sometimes we may turn our shoulders to some programs because they may not be the cool program to go to right now, but it may be a really good opportunity for you. So please take your time as you do build out a list to try and really look at those different programs and see what the fit is for you. As far as your film, right, let's not exceed that 3-minute mark. 2 to 3 uploads per season, probably anywhere from 3 to 4 if you're doing a postseason highlight as well. Understand those big plays, what we want to focus on, the efficient plays, the technically sound plays that we want to focus on. Make sure you're putting your best foot forward, right? The visits, right? Don't miss practice, all right? Don't miss anything that has to do with you playing for your team, because your team comes first. But the communication is going to be key as far as not only with your coaches at the school, but also at the ones that you want to go to. Just always feel the temperature in the room. Make sure it's a conversation where you're allowed to say, hey, you know what? Let's take this a step further. Okay, coach, can I come visit the school? I want to come and see what it's like. That's a very open conversation to have. And they'll let you know that's kind of where you'll know where you stand as well with some of these programs, because that is definitely a big step as far as you moving a little bit closer to playing after high school, right? And then as far as your profiles go, right? If you don't have a Scout Smart profile, definitely highly encourage you to get one. If you are here and you already have one, great job. Continue to just keep it up, keep it accurate. Here's the thing. Make sure that the information is always accurate, always updated, because we know as time goes on, things change. We need to know where you are, who you are, what you're doing at all times. So now a coach can find you no matter what the situation is, right? If you guys follow these steps here, I promise you things will go well for you. What I will not promise you is that you will get a scholarship, because that is out of all of our control, right? All we can do is help you with the steps, and put you in a place to be the most recruitable athlete. But again, these coaches make the choices. What all we're doing is just trying to make sure we get you as close as possible and hoping that you can finish the deal. So if you guys do have any questions, we'd love to hear them. If not, though, we do have some information for you guys to look at as well. If you guys were interested in kind of what you heard about Scout Vision, and Scout Smart as far as you building a profile out. But now here's a time for Q&A, if you guys do have any questions.